Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm super excited that I came across this movie by accident on Prime Video. This you can rent it for $3.99. It's the Jack in the Box Rises. And this would be the third movie in the Jack in the Box series of movies. And they just keep getting better. This is a horror film. It's a little different than the previous. The concept is all the same. The box is the same. Jack is the same. And this time, it takes place at an all-girls school. So, yeah, there you go. You know, I had to watch this like ASAP as soon as I saw that. I literally think I was looking for another movie on Prime and was just flipping through. You know, a lot of times on some of the streaming services, it'll have a bottom row of "you may also like"
This is all because of you.
or based on your previous searches kind of a thing. I think that's why Jack in the Box Rises popped up for me. 1 hour and 32 minutes. It's got great pacing. It was the perfect length of film. 1 hour and 30 minutes at this point for horror for me is about right for these B-level, movies that I've seen. When I go to theaters, I don't mind them being a little bit longer because I want to make the most of the money I spend, and I typically like to get refills on popcorn and bullshit like that. The synopsis: when a creepy Jack in the Box is discovered and opened on the grounds of an exclusive girls' school, 6 brave students soon enter a fight to the finish against the unleashed demon. Man, they make that sound really, really fun. Directed and written by Lawrence Fowler and co-written by Jeff Fowler and starring Nicholas and Scambi as Jack. They actually credited Jack. Our main character is Raven, played by Isabella Colby Brown. And then there's a whole bunch of other girls, and there's just some guys thrown into the mix that, come to the school for whatever reason. So Raven, at first, we open up the movie with Raven. She's like this goth chick, kind of like troubled teen kind of a deal, and she's got some guy like putting her up to go to this all girls school because he has tracked down the box, the Jack box. And if you've never seen any of the Jack in the Box movies, they're very interesting because the box has the demon locked inside of it, and it only can come out during certain amount of time. There's timer things on the clock on the box. It's a big box. It's not like one of the crank ones, but it has like puzzle piece kind of a things going on, and then it's doing a count up to the number of kills, and then once it gets to a certain number, I want to say 6, it's unleashed without having to go back into the box. I think I remember that being the story. And so Raven goes to the all-girls school. She meets up with the headmistress, who's like this real Krabby Patty. She's like a bitch, and tells Raven, all the rules, and she's got to clean up all that goth stuff. And then we get a transition into Raven in her school uniform going into like this parlor room where there's 5 other girls all dressed with their knee-high white socks and their black shoes and their little plaid skirts and their white tops, and I was like, what movie is this? But it's fantastic. They're all, of course, beautiful young ladies. I'm going to assume this was a college school so that it's not creepy that I was looking at them all. And we find out that there's this group are at the school during a holiday. They all didn't have like home to go to, and that's why the school for the duration of this movie is basically only occupied by that headmistress and these 6 girls. And then, like I said, later on, as girls will do, they'll sneak boys into the school, I suppose. And then it becomes like a little mystery. We have Raven kind of hunting around, following clues. It's actually pretty well done. It's kind of neat. She picks up the trail of where the box is through different clues and books, and she finds like books with like description of the demon and things like that. She finds like a hidden key and hidden passageways and behind bookcases and stuff, and it's all very, very well done. It's the building that they're in looks very cool. It's got that old mansiony kind of vibe to it. A lot of nighttime shots, so there's a lot of dark, shadowy kind of stuff going on that plays with your head. And then once she finds the box, she's like, okay, cool. But then she hears that someone's coming, of course. So the headmistress is right around the corner. So Raven has to hide. In doing so, though, she inadvertently opened the box. And then that's when the headmistress comes into the room. And I won't go any further. You'll have to just kind of take my word for it that the headmistress may not be at the end of the movie. And neither are some of these other girls. So Raven didn't see Jack. She only could hear that something happened. And then when she came out of hiding, sees the headmistress, and the box is missing. So she's like, who the F stole this box? I just found it. So she goes back to that kind of parlor room where the other girls were. She accuses everybody of stealing it and messing with her, and they better give her her box back. She's very concerned with her box. Um, and so then we go through the rest of the movie that I won't spoil, but there's a lot of good kills. There's a lot of good suspense and tension. Um, some of these girls get picked off. We get a very surprising twist at the end, which was pretty good. Not necessarily difficult to figure out, but at the beginning of the movie, that box does go missing, and she does accuse all of the girls, and you know, it it didn't just walk away on its own. But I like the kills. I like Jack. I like this. I almost count it as like a clown horror just because the facial look of the Jack in the Box is pretty cool. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Again, it's on Prime. I think it's gonna go somewhere else after. I think I read something. Maybe this ends up on Tubi. Who knows? Or Shutter or whatever. But definitely worth the look. If you got $3.99 and you got Amazon Prime, check it out. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Jack in the Boxes in general. They're creepy, right?